Hey, what's up everybody? This is your fellow Luis in the social table, and today let's talk about a movie, actually an incredible one, and I believe that's the best shot that Netflix has ever taken. So let's talk about The Old Guard. The Old Guard is an action and fantasy movie that has blown many people's minds, and I myself can relate to that because the scenes, the fights, everything is so amazing, and so amazing that I don't really know how to react to this video about the movie, but let's go. Well, despite the familiarity with action and fantasy movie, The Old Guard manages to be very entertaining, and what makes this film very unique is the expectation of watching something totally new that has the same potential to be as big as some films from Marvel and DC. So if you haven't watched The Old Guard yet, just go and watch that, then you come back here because maybe you're gonna say, hey, that dude from the social table, he's a spoiler. Yes, probably. Well, so at first, they are a group of four people, four immortal people who have been living for centuries, and the oldest one, and also the leader, is Andromache Anzi. She has been living for a lot of years. Actually, she doesn't know how old she is. And now I make you that question. Can you imagine you being immortal, living for 100,000 of years? I don't know if that would be really great or if that would not be great. Because if I live for 100,000 of years, I would be alone. You know, people die. I wouldn't die. But this movie is showing us that if you are immortal, you can dream about some other immortals people, and you can even see where they are. So that's when everything gets to be really interesting. All four people from the group starts to dream about another girl known as Nayo, and now they become five. And what is really interesting about this is when Nayo shows up, they have a question that nobody can really answer. Why Nayo showed up right now? After 200 years she showed up. That's very strange because they're in the middle of a mission, and that question is never answered in that movie. At least I could not see that. If you did, just comment right here. That's gonna help us a lot. But, okay, at the same time they want us to believe that when Nayo showed up, Andromache Andy lost her immortality, or maybe she started to get weak. I don't really know if that's the truth, but that's what the movie wants us to believe. And if they want us to believe that, I think there's something behind it that's not only that. Well, after Nayo showing up, she also starts to dream about some other immortals people. And the first one she dreams about is the warrior Queen. Queen used to be Andy's partner, but at that time, at that decade, she got separated by Andy because people thought they were witches because they could not die. And Warrior Queen's sentence was to be tied up, locked up in a cage, and then thrown away, thrown into the ocean. So can you imagine that? You being in the ocean, tied up, locked up in a narrow cage, and I don't know if you have already drowned, but you know that you're gonna die every 5 minutes. And can you imagine that happened for you for 500 years? That's really a lot. And that's what Nayo talk about. She says that she feels Queen's pain and that she's getting crazy. She feels crazy. She's acting crazy. So I believe that Queen is gonna play a big role in the next movie because she was locked down, even though like you can see that the group said they have been looking for Queen for decades and they have never found her. Queen, I don't think if Queen shows up, she's really gonna buy that story because it's like not 5 years, you have 500 years. You could be, you know, looking after me 500 years, but you just gave up in some decades. Decades for her is a lot, but for them, not really. The whole movie gets to be so interesting because Nobody has no idea of how people get to be immortal. Some people get to lose their immortality and how that really happens. And besides everything, you can see that some humans, they want to interfere in those people's lives because they want that. They say that's a gift. So you could share that gift with us. And Booker said that it's impossible. Even though you love them, they're gonna say, hey, your love is weak. You love me, but you don't want to share that with me, that immortality with me. So at the same time, I feel like, what if everybody could be immortal? That would be the nightmare of Bill Gates. So coming back to the movie, I had to watch that movie twice. The first time I watched that, I thought the movie would be very predictable because I could see already the ending. But when I watched that the second time, I'm like, no, this movie is not predictable. Even though like there are some signals that people are showing there, we cannot see that the first time we watch the movies. And the thing I want to say, somebody's gonna betray the crew. You know that if you're watching that thing. And the signals that that man is showing all the time is very suspicious. And I think that the next movie, he and Queen is going to play the bad couple. Because if you get to see, like, he has been condemned, he has been sentenced to be alone for 100 years. And he said that, he said like to Nick and Joe, like, you had each other, but me, I'm alone, I have nobody. So you don't know how it is to be alone, you know, for a lot of years alone. And Booker, when he got alone, he was going to his flat, he found out Queen is probably crazy because she was drowning a lot. And Booker, he doesn't want to be alone, so who is going to be the one that is going to team up with him? Probably that's Queen. So I think there is a lot of things that's coming up in the next movie. At the same time, as I said, the movie could be predictable, but it is not. So it gives me many visions of what the second movie is gonna be, but I don't think that I'm right because it's predictable, but at the same time, they made it not to be. So let's wait what's happening. And I have a question for you. Would you like to be immortal? Live for 100 years, thousands of years? Would you like to be immortal? Would that be good for you? That experience? Well, share that with us right now. Comment right here below in the video. And don't forget, if you're watching this video on YouTube, thumbs up. If you're watching this on Instagram, double tap to the screen. It's gonna show that you like the content and also you like the movie. So guys, I see you in the next video. See you!